here. So usually on the first day of class, we would be going through the syllabus together. You would be asking questions, I'd be explaining things, but obviously since we are online and not face to face, we won't be having a class session in order to go over everything. So I thought I would make a quick video highlighting the important things of the syllabus, things I think you should be aware of, telling you how to read our schedule so you know exactly kind of what's coming up in our future weeks. I will not be boring you to death and reading the syllabus word for word. So I would recommend you going through and making sure you really read through the syllabus, make sure you understand everything. This video is more of kind of like a highlight reel. I'm just going to be pointing out some of the big important things that I think you should be aware of. All right, so let's go ahead and get started.
Right. Hello, everyone. Let us take a look at our syllabus now. As you can see, I'm viewing this on a Google Doc. You can view this either on the Google Doc or you can view it as a PDF. So either way, that's the format of our syllabus. So, like I said, we're just going to go through kind of the highlights of it. I'm not going to read everything. I'm not going to read everything word for word. I would very much recommend you taking a look at it yourself and really looking at all of the material. But again, this is more of just kind of a highlight reel. So as you can see up top here is my information. Oh, before I say that, I'm making this video for all of my 1As. So if this ticket number does not match your ticket number, that's okay. It's the exact same syllabus and schedule. It's just this is for this class. But again, I'm making this for all of my 1As. So okay, up on top here, you can see my information, how to contact me. You can either message me directly through Canvas, or you can send me an email. As you can see right here, here's my email address. A few things about that. If you want to email me, I would highly recommend emailing me through the your Saddleback email. Sometimes when I get emails that are from outside email addresses like Google or Yahoo, they get pushed into a different inbox in my email and it doesn't notify me. So sometimes I see emails in there weeks later. So I try to be good at looking at it, but I just sometimes don't remember to look at that random inbox that's in my email. So I might lose your email if you email me from your Gmail account to my Saddleback email. So it's best if you want to email me through your Saddleback email. Otherwise, if you don't want to use your Saddleback email, which I highly recommend that you do, but if you don't, then message me through Canvas. Okay. I try to respond to emails and messages like it says within 24 hours, Monday through Friday. Weekends, it might take me a little bit longer because I'm not as glued to my computer as on the weekdays. Yeah, but still, please go ahead and email me on a Saturday if you need some help, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. If you don't hear from me within 48 hours in any on any day, please email me again. There's a good chance that I just didn't see your message, or maybe it got lost and sent into that other random inbox, or who knows what happened, but just email me again and I will make sure to hopefully see it this time. Okay. I have office hours. They are on the wonderful Zoom. We will get to know Zoom very well, I'm sure, if you don't know it already. But they are Monday through Friday, 2 to 3 p.m. Please email me if you can 1 hour before, just so I know you're coming, and that way I can be ready and prepared to help. Last semester, I didn't have that kind of note there, and so I just would wait around on Zoom for people and no one would ever show up. And the people who did show up usually messaged me letting me know they were coming. So I figured that was a good policy. You can just drop in though. I will be available to you from that time or in that time frame. So you are welcome to drop in. It might just take me a few minutes to just kind of get organized, but I will help you. I will be there. If that time frame does not work for you, and I understand if it doesn't, it's kind of smack dab in the middle of the day, then we can find a different time that works for both of us. So please email me. Don't feel like if you can't make those times, you'll never be able to come to office hours. That's not true. It just might mean we might have to figure something else out. Okay. And here is the Zoom office hour link. Alrighty. In terms of our textbook, we are ZCT, which means everything is free and online, and all the readings will be on Canvas, so no textbook. I will let you go ahead and read through these fantastic prerequisites, the catalog description, different cover or topics we're going to cover, our student learning outcomes. There's so many good things here, but again, this is more of a highlight thing. So I'll let you go ahead and take a look at what we're going to be doing in terms of student learning outcomes. I will share these with you. You are expected to have some good understanding of a thesis statement, a controlling idea, this idea that there's development, there's summary analysis, evaluations happening, sentence structure, style, and of course, MLA formatting. So those are kind of the big topics we're going to be looking at. Attendance. So, what does attendance mean in this kind of strange online world? Well, attendance means a few things. First, it means, like it says here, that you are regularly participating in our weekly activities, our discussion boards, whatever's happening on Canvas. I hope to see you doing something with it. Okay. If you're not interacting, in the weekly modules, then I will probably send you an email or a message just to see what's going on, but I can't track, you down. If you don't email me back, then I'm going to assume that you're good with whatever's happening. But reach out to me if you're having trouble or you're falling behind. That's really helpful. The other thing that's important to remember about attendance is for our 1A class, we have 5 live session days. Okay, they are listed here. They are listed on Canvas in 1,000 different places. They're listed so many places. You need to be available to come to these 5 different sessions. What's going to happen in them is they are days in which we're going to start our next essay. So it's days where I'm going to be explaining the prompt, talking about grading criteria, answering any questions you all might have, maybe going over materials that we're going to need in order to be successful in the essay. So I would just very much highly recommend putting this on some sort of calendar or a sticky note or write it on your desk, or I don't know, just make sure you have these dates because I will expect that you will be there. And I promise to make it worth your time. Okay. Next thing here is just netiquette. I'm sure you've probably started hearing about this, but basically, like it says, it's just the polite and correct way to communicate online. My rule of thumb is if you wouldn't say it in person in class, then you probably shouldn't say it on a discussion board. Okay. Remember that there's someone behind the screen. And that goes for your classmates and for me. So just be kind, be respectful to everyone. I can't monitor discussion boards as closely as I would like to, because again, I have so many different students and classes happening. I will be popping in and looking around and seeing things, but if you see something that's uncomfortable or inappropriate or offensive, please let me know right away. So we're all in this together. We're all building this community. So let's all kind of monitor together. Okay. Out of class expectations, there's an expectation that you're going to work 12 hours on this class outside of class. And outside of class just means our module. Okay. There are 5 essays throughout the semester, and there is an essay proposal and outline that's due for our essay number 5. We'll have a timed write. There will be workshops we're going to do, 5 quizzes, 10 free writes, and 10 discussion boards. And that's kind of what our class is going to revolve around. Late policy, a late assignment is one that's just not submitted to me. I do accept assignments past the due date. There is a 10% penalty for the final grade of the assignment for every day it's late, and weekends do count as a day late. So you want to be communicating with me if you need an extension, if you need more time. I understand that things happen and you can't get that essay in, or you can't do that quiz right away. I understand those things. Please let me know, okay, if you need an extension. I ask that you do email me at least 24 hours before due date, though, just so we can find a good way and a good amount of time for you to get the work done. Of course, if there's an immediate emergency, you can email me and we'll figure it out. But if you know that it's not going to be in on time, let me know sooner rather than later. Okay. If you turn in something late and I don't hear from you, then I assume that you're cool with the 10% rule, and that's that. And that's cool with me too. All right. Academic integrity basically involves plagiarism. Just don't plagiarize. It's not good. It's not right. I know it's so easy to do in these online courses. So I have a bunch of different, hopefully, like little ways of catching plagiarism, but I can't be a super detective and get everyone, not to plagiarize. So it's on you to make sure you're not doing that. If you're not sure if you're plagiarizing, if you need help with that, if you feel like you want to, send me an email. We'll figure it out together. Okay. Otherwise, it turns into a whole big mess for both of us. Supplemental courses, if you need some help, there's some information there. Unauthorized classroom recordings. Okay, this is important. You cannot record our live sessions without, me knowing. And at this point, if you are part of the DSPS program and you need a recording of the class, you need to let me know. Send me your paperwork the first couple weeks of class, because that is the only way you're going to be able to record the class, is if you need it for an accommodation. Otherwise, it's a big problem if you're recording our classes without me or the other students knowing. So again, if you're part of DSPS and that's one of your accommodations, no problem, we can do that. But otherwise, please don't do that. Okay. Here's some information on DSPS tutoring. We will have a tutor. His name's Ian. He will be part of our 201 courses. He's technically part of all of this 1A and our 201, but it's a long story. He'll be there for our 201 courses specifically. And he's great, and he'll introduce himself at some point. So yes, you'll want to go see him. And if he's not available, other tutors are great as well. Here's some other information about campus. Okay, here's the final little bit. Here's our schedule. As you'll come to find out, I'm a really big fan of charts. I think they're just really easy to see and look at and view. So that's what we're going to look at right here. And this chart just shows all of the major assignments. As you can see, the assignments, a little description of them, how many points they're worth, and the due dates. And I think this is just a nice like snapshot of everything that's happening this semester. So you can know like, oh, hey, I have something going on in week 14, but oh, look, there's workshop. Maybe I should be working ahead or talk to Professor Z or something so we can figure it out. Okay. So this is a nice kind of overview of what's happening in terms of the larger picture. All right. Okay, for our schedule, this is something I wanted to talk to you about because I can see why it would be confusing if you're just looking at it. So because English 1A and 201 come together, they're two different classes. You'll get 2 grades for both of those classes, but they work in tandem. I put the schedules together like this. So this is the 1A schedule. So you'll see that it has this big black box around it, and it's not faded, whereas this 201 side is faded. So this is for the 1A course. So hopefully that makes some sense. I'll show you the 201 syllabus in just a second, but so as you can see, I've got just kind of the main highlights, the things we're going to read. The live class sessions I've put in bright yellow highlighter, so hopefully you'll see that and you'll know. When essays are due, I've put them in green because green's just the best color, so why wouldn't I highlight it in green? So you can kind of just see what we're doing, and it should be fairly easy to read. There will be other things in the modules throughout the weeks besides just these readings, but those are what are there for now. Okay. Oh, this needs to be in green as well. Let me do that while I'm here, or else I will not remember. Beautiful. Okay. Yeah, so that's what the 1A schedule is going to look like. I'm going to just pop over if I can. There we go. Perfect. Here's the 201 syllabus and schedule. It looks pretty much the same. The course objectives and the learning outcomes are different, but pretty much everything else that I just told you is exactly the same here. Here is the course requirements and the grading criteria. Live class participation, it is 10 points per week. So if you're there, you get 10 points. If not, you don't get 10 points. It does also say that you must be present for at least 40 minutes of the class. The class is 50 minutes. You got to be there for 40 minutes to get those 10 points. We've got thesis workshops. We're going to have metacognitive reflections, which I'll tell you about when we get to those. We'll have dialectical journals, grammar activities, yay, library visit, a counselor visit, and a final reflection. Okay, again, plagiarism, don't do it. You can't record our classes unless you're part of DSPS. And this is all the same material. So now you can see, since this is the 201 syllabus, that the 201 syllabus has now been had a black box put around it, and that the 1A side has been faded away. So you can see that this is 201. Again, you can see the yellow highlighting means that there are live Zoom classes happening those days. And yeah, and what we're going to be doing for that week. So again, very simple and easy. Hopefully this helps understand how to read it. Of course, if you need help, you have any more questions about it, just send me an email. Let me know what's going on, and I can absolutely help you with it. Okay?